Namaskar. This is the first Saturday of the month, November, and we are here in the Hindu temple of Lemont, Chicago, and we'll be studying the Upadesa Sahasri. And today's subject is observe your dream. So let us begin with this, the chanting. Please repeat after me. Chaitanyam Sarvagam Sarvam Sarvabhuta Guhashayam Yat Sarva Vishaya Atitam Tashmai Sarvavide Namaha. I bow down to that all-knowing one, which is pure consciousness, which is all-pervading, which is all and residing in the hearts of all, beyond all objects of knowledge. This is the ultimate goal of Vedanta and the path of knowledge. So that is the ultimate goal. Now, if you have noticed that Dvaita, they always speak about the Vishnu and Narayana. The Narayana, he is the dualistic form of Vishnu, but Vishnu has no form. Vishnu means all-pervasiveness. And similarly, here also in Vedanta, they say everything is Brahman, and from the Brahman, all has come. From the Vishnu, everything has come. So this is the only difference, dualist and non-dualist. And both are Hinduism taking us to the same goal. So when we go to the Narayana, is the dualistic form, and it has a form and name, and we can see, we can worship. But when it is Vishnu form, then no form is there. And in Vedanta, particularly Advaita Vedanta, no conception of dualism, complete Advaita. So, Sarvagatam, Sarvam, he is residing in everything and it is everything. Now, dream that we always see the dreams, it is right from the beginning of civilization, people are curious about the dream. And there was a time when people used to think that dream means the soul is going out of the body. And that's why they were afraid to push a person when he is sleeping. Maybe he is dreaming, and if he is dreaming, his soul has gone out of his body. And now if we are pushing him and getting up, the soul won't be able to enter into it. So he may die. So that was the conception long back in the beginning, and it is in the deep sleep this apprehension was there. The description and analysis of the dream constituted an important part of the transcendental knowledge in the ancient times. Dream becoming considered as a message from the other world. Till now, many people, they say, if you see the dream in the early morning, it comes true. And how come? In the midnight, if you see a dream, it is not true. Or in the night, but the early morning dream are always true. The people, even today in the 21st century, people are afraid of that. And they always say that, Swamiji, I saw this, Swamiji, I saw that. And in the dream, we see sometimes the gods and goddesses also. Some people, they get mantra diksha in dreams also. Not that it is completely, we can say that it is not there, it is there, but this is what happens. Why we started with this? Because we will find in the Advaita Vedanta, I am mentioning not Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta. In the Advaita Vedanta, no conception of mind, no conception of dream. So, but here, an Italian scholar was there. His name was Archimedes. He wrote a book on dream in the 2nd century, and the name of the book was Onirokritia, analysis of dreams. So he wrote that book and it became very famous, and people, they used to write it down, the book, because there is no printing machine. So people used to write this book, copying it and distributing among themselves. It was a very famous book. And he analyzed the dream. If you are, I am also having a book, not of this book, another, that they are explaining that dreams are like this, means this and that. And there is a funny story that the Hindus became angry with the Buddha. Why? Because the king, the then king, he saw a dream. And in that dream he saw the 4 elephants is chasing and charging him. So he was terribly afraid. The 4 elephants are coming from 4 directions. Then how to save myself? Next morning he was worried. He called the meeting of the Pandits, all the scholarly people, and asked about the dream. Hey, what happened to me? What is going to happen? Because I saw this, that 4 elephants charging me. And naturally the Pandits told, oh, that is dangerous. They calculated and this, that, then they told, this is dangerous, sir, because the enemies are coming from 4 directions. And you have to be very careful about it. And somehow these are the things that we can do, yajna and all that. In those days, every time yajna. And in the yajna, you have to give so much of gold, so much of these. The king was, okay, that you have to done. Then he met Lord Buddha. Buddha was walking and he saw that man, and he also, very good looking, good person. He went and told, sir, I heard that you are also a knowledgeable person. I saw the dream. So what is the matter? And Buddha told, eat less before going to bed. So all this dream. Then king told, this is the correct answer. Actually, I ate so much last night, and that may be this effect. So he stopped this yajna. Naturally, the Pandits were not very happy. They were planning to earn so much. Now suddenly, so they became angry with the Buddha because of the new explanation. Buddha was a jnani. Buddha was the following the path of knowledge. He said all these things you need not to bother about. Different type of impression comes and that floats. What you should do, this truthfulness, this. Now this analysis of the dream, the famous psychologist Sigmund Freud, he wrote a big book on the dream, analyzing the dream again, state that the dreams are rhetoric expressions of the unfulfilled desires and suppressed emotions. That's his words. The dreams are termed as mirrors, reflecting the basic nature of the individual self. Dreams help to understand the purity of mind. Now, we don't completely deny the dream because it's the reflection of the mind. What you are thinking, that you dream. The one person, he told Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, sir, the last night I saw that I am in the water, almost drowning, and I do not know how to swim and all that. Suddenly I found you are walking on the water, but in the knee-deep water. It's a river. I am there, but you are walking on the river and the knee-deep. Then I asked, how you are walking on the water? It is not water, there is a bridge. So I am walking on the bridge. The bridge is submerged with the water. Follow me, you can also cross this river by this way. He said, follow me. And it was Master Mahasaya, the recorder of the gospel. The Master Mahasaya saw that dream. Follow me means you have to follow the path of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, and then you can come. Why the path, the bridge was not visible? Because that time you are not ready, so you cannot see the bridge. But you can see that the leader or your guru, he is walking on that, so you can have the faith and then follow him. So in the spiritual life, first is the faith. Yes, my guru can take me to the other side of the river, that means samsara. So that faith should be there. then if you are following, and you can reach out. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna was very happy hearing that dream. He said, it is better that you take initiation, because then only you will have a guru and then you can follow his words. And he took that, and we know the result, the Master Masha. So this is also, the dream gives the impression what is going to happen. Now, we have to be watchful of our dreams. Why? Because whatever we see, there's a reflection of our mind. The one person, he was asking whether there is a word in our scripture as subconscious. Vyakta, abhyakta, it is there. Vyakta means manifested, abhyakta, unmanifested. In the mind, when we see now, we are awake, we see and we feel everything. So that is one type of experience. And in sleep, another type of experience. There also we see, we touch, everything happens, but not as this. Which one is true? This one or that one? That is the question. In the dream world, everything is true to me as long as I am seeing the dream. If I know that it is a dream, that is not a dream then. In the dream, it is completely true. When I find that a tiger is chasing me, I run and I perspire. And even after getting up from the sleep, I can see that the sweat all over my body. That means truly I was perspiring and effect is there. In the dream, the body is affected by this way also, though the body is not there. So what goes in the dream actually? The reflection of the mind. I can vouch for two ladies who started the spiritual life, and all the time they were constantly over phone, they used to talk to me that Swamiji, today we saw this dream, so that dream, I am in a filthy place, I am in the isolated place. Sometimes the people are burning the dead bodies, so many this type of dreams. You may remember at the time of Corona, many people, they were afraid and many they said, we see the dream of a dead people are burning the dead bodies. Actually, what we read in the newspaper, and that goes into our subtle mind. So this is the way this happens. So dream is the reflection of our mind. So we must be watchful of our dream. I told, don't bother. Whatever you see, continue with your spiritual practices. And time will come when your mind will be purified. When they began and he started pouring the pure water as if into the cup which was containing dirty things. Now the water is falling and then naturally all those things are washed up and all floating up. So we see when you start our spiritual journey, we see so many bad thoughts, different things, which we never thought of, it's coming up. And we should not be afraid because it is washing our mind. And slowly, if we continue with the purity of those words, that the mantra, then our mind will be purified at time. After say 4 years, they never ever mention about any bad dreams. I also never remind them. I never say, hey, what happened to those dreams? I never remind them. But they talk about other things. Today I saw the goddess Kali, I saw the Vishnu Bhagavan and all that. That's good. Imagination, but at least good thing. And previously, the people, the burning god, they are gone, the people are dying, people are burning. All those things were there. Now it has changed. So if we observe our dream, we can understand how much we have made the progress. But not from the view of Advaita Vedanta. There he says, the Sukshmata Vyapite Ge. In the 9th chapter, Sukshmata Vyapita Prakarana. Prakarana means there will be only 13, 14 verses, but they will tell you what is the Sukshmata, subtleness, and Vyapakata, the vastness. These are the two things they will say you must practice. Sukshmata Vyapite Gye Gandhade Uttarattaram Pratyag Atma Avasaneshu Purva Purva Prahanataha. When you are meditating, what you see the first thing comes, the gross thing. In the dream, all bad things are coming, some good things are coming, but afterwards is get all fine things. Here also, Sukshmata Vyapita, more you are understanding, you are capable to understand the subtleness of the spirituality. What is the subtleness of spirituality? It's a sort of the idea like love. Love is the most finest thing, very subtle thing. It is very difficult to express love also. Sometimes we can see in the movies, the lover, they like to express the love, but they make mistake. They don't know how to express. And the other one who is expecting that, also misunderstanding. Why? Love is very subtle. It is only the mind that can understand. There is a feeling. You cannot say here in this world, in the Western world, they always say, I love you, I love you, I love you. They're going on saying, but just from the lips, not from the heart. And that's why one gentleman, the doctor who was taking my interview, every second word was, I love you, I like you. So, do you remember that? The doctor, he was going on, over telephone, he was taking my interview because of the insurance something. So, I like you, I love you, like this, like he was telling. But that has no meaning, just like that he is telling. But when the mother feels for the child that love, she is not expressing, rather she is expressing differently, expressing anger, apparently angry. But it is not anger, it is love, deep love. So that is the feeling, that's called Sukshmata, that's the subtleness. The more you become subtle, the more the reflection in the mind. Sometimes some people, they are very gross type. So there is a flower, they will go and step on that. But others, they cannot think of. Particularly ladies, they are little subtle, and naturally, it should not be here, it should not be there. This subtleness is there. But you will find the male, they don't understand that, little gross. These are the differences. This should be flower, should be there, it look good, and this. But for the male, hey, this is a chair, we have to sit, and why the flower is nice. So like that, little grossness and subtleness. And that gives the mind becomes, those people who are the poets, minds are very subtle. So whatever they see, that affects in their mind. But the army man, that I visited one army gentleman in Andaman. Then when I saw the outside from the veranda, you can see the sea there over there, and that was the moment sun was setting. It was a beautiful sight. So over there I said, oh my God, it's so beautiful sight. And he came and said, what is that, Swami? I told, so can't you see the sun is setting and so beautiful? Oh, every day see it. So he is a military army man, and for him, who is going to care about that? So regularly I see the sun is setting, it's okay. And he is careful that the enemy boat should not come from that. So that is his thing. So the subtleness is different. And now, when you are meditating on God, think of the subtleness. When you are meditating on God, the subtleness and the vastness. So it says, Sukshmata Vyapita. Vyapak, vastness, Vyapita. The subtle and all pervasiveness. That you are going to meditate. Your mind is this much, this little. And you are going to meditate something which is all pervasive. How it is possible? That Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said that if a container can contain only one, say maybe or two, the share. Now, if you are pouring 5, then naturally it will spill out. So, the mind, your mind should also be like that, so that you can accept that. What is this Vedanta teaching us? Mind should be prepared to accept the subtlest of the subtle and the vastness of the vast. Then only it is possible for you. The sukshmata vyapite ge, and now he says gandha de. Gandha de means, what is the gandha? Is the other way, it is the earth. If you notice that in the temples, they always offer flower and they show the flower at the time of arati. Then when they are showing the flower, what does it mean? It is actually the earth. You can take a lump of clay and show that, but it is also the same thing. But the aesthetic sense, that won't look good. So what are their 5 elements by which everything has come? What are those 5? This earth, then the air, then the fire, then the water, like that. So that way the earth, so the gandha de uttaruttaram. The gross thing is this earth. Then the shiti, then come apa. Apa means the water, little subtler than this earth. Teja, this is the fire. Maruta, the air, and Bhuma, the space, all pervasiveness. The pujaris, they show a piece of cloth like this, just to, because otherwise how they will show it? So that it is the ether, this is everywhere, all pervasive sky. So that they say, uttaruttaram, you are going to the sky, and the sky means vast, unfathomable. You cannot go into it. You do not know actually what is there. And sometimes some people, they see color of the sky. It is a mistake. There is no color at all. You are superimposing, you are thinking. Because of something else you see the color, but there is no color in the sky. But we know the sky blue, there is a color, they are sailing, there are clothes, they are sky blue color. Blue sky has nothing to do with the color, but we do like that. So you have to uttarattaram. So friends, why we are discussing this? Because when we try to realize, understand God, and God is all-pervasive, vyapaka, and God is subtle. Then the subtleness and all the pervasiveness, how it is possible? That's why they say you have to practice brahmacharya. What is the brahmacharya? Concentration. And the concentration, without that, it is impossible. In the beginning, all the time, they will say, practice brahmacharya, concentration. And on what we are concentrating, not that all the time you are sitting and meditating. You are working, you are talking, you are visiting, but your mind is constantly thinking of God. That is called brahmacharya, constantly thinking on that way. So that is the way, if we practice, then only our mind also become subtle. Pratyag atma avasaneshu purva purva prahanatah. And the matters, the panchabhuta, they call bhuta. Bhuta is not the ghost, it's the matter. Panchabhuta, 5 elements, and that reaches the finest and the subtlest self. Then in the 9th chapter, 4th verse, it says, Brahmadya sthavaranta e pranina mama pu smrita kama krodha daya dosha jayeran me kuto anyataha. Now it says, can you realize Brahman? Yes. Why? You are also Brahman. Otherwise it is impossible. If you are not God, you cannot realize God. Suppose a dog is very intelligent dog. Suppose you take it to a very famous professor and teach mathematics or physics. Do you think dog will be able to do that? the best university, best professor, but no. It is a limit, it cannot, but a human being can do. Why it is unlimited? The human brain is unlimited. So the more you give the training, more it can. And that's why they say in every religion, they say, God made man out of his own image. God made man out of his own image means the man can realize God. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, do you think the human beings are very ordinary? They can meditate on God. This is the thing. When one can meditate on God, and God which is all pervasive, and God which is so subtle, that means you are also reaching to that height where you can meditate and can go to that level. And that is why they say that you should not waste your human life. Human life should not be wasted. But this is the ultimate condition. And they introduce duality so that we can make the practice. And in the practicing, when we are going on practicing the duality, slowly, slowly takes us to the Advaita, non-dual. There is no duality. Many people, they criticize Hinduism because of the duality. They say so many gods and goddesses, how it is possible? They do not understand the Vyaptitya. Vyaptitya means it is so vast, everything can be accommodated. Exactly that thing in the 9th chapter, 4th verse, it says, Kama, Krodha, Daya, Dosha. Kama, the desire, and Krodha, the anger, they are the dosha. If these two are there, Kama and Krodha, then you will never realize God. Then where from this has come? You say that we are Brahman, because everything is Brahman. From that Brahman we have come. Now we cannot realize that because of only two things. One is desire, and when that desire is not fulfilled, anger. Kama and Krodha. These two are only two things. Where from it came? Here, most of the religions are confused. The philosophy, they go on giving the stories that there is a devil, devil came, devil offered a fruit, and the man and the woman, and they ate that food. So that is the first what's called sin they committed before God. God banished them, so we are all banished. Just so story. And that cannot be. Now the first question is, where from the devil came? The God is there and God has created everything. You have given the list in the Genesis of the Old Testament, 1, 2, first from the first page itself. On the Monday, God created these, on the Tuesday, God created these. Then, okay. But there is, in the list, there is no creation of devil. And the last day, he created the human being, the man, as far Adam, and from the rib of the Adam, the Eve, okay. Up to this is all right. But where from the devil entered? It's like the Hindi movies. You do not know where from all these things are happening. But it is happening. No, you cannot. You have to give the accounts. The God is the only one, and God has created this, and God created just by thought. We can all accept it. Yes. There is no light. There was no light. God said, let there be light, and there was light. There is no, that first Genesis they say. Okay, it is all, God can do that. But what about the devil? There they say, no, devil was there. How can that be? If the God was the only being, how the devil? And that means you have to accept the two. And if there is two, that means limitation. God is not infinite. It is finite, dangerous. Anything finite, it is going to be destroyed. So obviously, Hindu says, no, I have made everything that you see, and obviously Kama, Krodha, that is also from me. The Ashura, in the Durga Puja time, the Ashura get all the 5 days, he is sumptuously eating. You know? The pujari is offering food to the Ashura also, and he will be showing light to the Ashura. Only on the Navami day, the mother is slaying the Ashura, that is okay. But as long as it is with the mother, we are offering the food. Why? It is also belong to the mother. Mother in that form. Mother in that form. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna traveling in the Calcutta path, suddenly by mistake, the car went to the bad place. And all the ladies were there, evening time, they were out. So the devotees, they got scared. Oh my God, why he has come here? So they tried to close the windows, but Sri Ramakrishna opened it, and from that, the horse-drawn carriages, he opened it and he saw the ladies, and he was so happy, like a child. He said, Mother, you are all here in these dresses. Mother, you like to dress like this? He saw only Ma Kali in all being. This is the mother. So that completely changed the view. We see bad, but God cannot see anything bad because everything is the same. Good, bad, everything are the same. That's why there's a story is there about, I think, that one of in the North India, that Muslim saint, what is his name? Kabir Das, no? Kabir Das. Kabir was passing through a village, and the villagers came running and touching his feet and taking his blessings. I don't know, maybe I'm mistaking that name of the saint, but then what happened? The jamindar of that place, the landlord, he became very angry. I am the landlord, but no one comes to touch my feet. How come the beggar, and he is passing, he said, some people said, ask him to stay over here. And Kabir was very happy. They made a small hut and he was there. Then the jamindar arranged a lady, a bad character lady, to go and meet him in the night and ask some people to go the moment the lady and the Kabir, and immediately you go and catch him, and next day I will beat him. And this lady came. Kabir was sitting just on the threshold of his house, room, and looking at the open, he was going on taking the name of God. The lady came and she was also sitting before him. Then he asked, what? He told, see, I have come for this reason. This is my mission. Kabir never drove her. I became angry. He said, okay, no problem. If the landlord, he has given me this room and he has asked you to entertain me, no problem. Be there. Let me complete my God's name. Then I will attend to you. And whole night passed. Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Ram, Jai Sri Ram. And the lady is going on hearing that. Slowly, slowly, her mind is also becoming purified. Next day morning, she went back, and the jamindar asked, what happened? Why my people, all the time they were hiding to catch you both, particularly that, but they told nothing has happened. Well, no, actually, he wanted to complete the mantra. My mantra never stopped. So what I can do? And it became the morning, other people are coming, so I came back. And next morning, and next night, that day also she tried. And this, let me complete this, and going on the Jai Sri Ram, that purified the mind of that lady. And she told, no, I will rather give up all these bad ideas, and if you allow me, I like to be here repeating the name of God. She started taking the name of God. Kabir left. She started using that room and taking the name of God. This transformation came because of the purity of the God's name. And the jamindar came and saw that lady is sitting and taking the name of God. And all people are there with folded hands. Now people have come to pay respect to the lady because she is taking the name of God. That is the beauty of the God. The God's name, whoever will take the name of God, people will respect him. Knowingly, unknowingly, they are going to respect him. This lady, they all knew, is the bad character. Now, they have forgotten that. So the Vyapitya and the subtleness, this is the beauty. The Kama Krodha, the desire and anger, it has also come from me. But this is the thing. There is nothing good and bad whatsoever but Brahman. When that height comes, then you are a Brahmagyani. The gentleman came, he was not a monk, but Sri Ramakrishna, immediately seeing him, told that he is a Brahmagyani. He went and the dog was eating, he took out something from his mouth and then he was also eating. People say, hey, my God. And then he was going to visit the mother temple. The people say, hey, you cannot go, you have touched the dog. How can you go to the holy place? He never cared. He went and called mother. And when he called that mother and he was chanting the mantra of the goddess Kali, whole temple as if he was shaking, then people got afraid of him. Then he was going away. Sri Ramakrishna asked his attendant and go and ask him. And ask him, sir, how I will know that I have realized Brahman? He was first afraid to approach, and then afterwards he went and he said, when you will see no difference between Ganga water and the water of this, the dirty water, know that you are a Brahman. The Brahman has no difference, and this is the Hinduism. It's so purity, purity, purity. They will fast, they will don't touch these, don't touch. With that they start. But ultimately, when they reach to that height, everything Brahman. So that is called graduation. Unless and until you feel the oneness with the God. No, that if you are cheating people by behaving apparently, doing drama, oh, I don't care about the dirt and the cleanliness, I am a Brahmagyani, that is wrong. But if you truly understand this, then there will remain no difference. It says that as there is nothing other than the self, the knowledge of the object in the waking state are due to ignorance. This is another statement that we have to keep, as because we are studying the Advaita Vedanta. Now there is nothing but Brahman, the consciousness. But in the waking state, we always find that that is a man, that is a lady, that is a table, that is a cow, that is a horse. There's all different. How it is? Because of the ignorance. This subtleness is very difficult to understand. That's why they say, in the beginning it is better you follow. It is better to listen to the Advaita. But you should start your journey with Dvaita. Otherwise you won't reach. You cannot jump on this height. In chapter 10, Drishti Sarupa Paramartha Darshana, in this Prakarana, Shankaracharya, he gives this again, 10, 15 slokas are there, that you have to understand what truly Brahman is. Otherwise, without knowing exactly what you are pursuing, where you will reach? Majority of the human beings, those who are religious, they do not know what is God. Without knowing what is God, whole life right from the childhood, coming with holding the finger of the grandfather, they are coming to the temple, and then he is holding the hand of the grandchild, coming to the temple, the same man, no change. Why? Because they do not know the goal. That is the problem. Unless and until we know the goal, what we are going to achieve in the temple, what we are going to do then? Majority temple means an association. So they came for that association, the pastime. Instead of going to the clubs and others, they come to the temple. It's good, but that much. Second group of people, they think we are doing good thing, so after life it will be good for us. Another type of thought. Third, they think that God will protect me in this life and next life also. But no one comes with an intention to know God. The fourth one. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says, Jnani. The Jnani, that I love him because it's very rare. We are trying to understand, realize God. This is my goal. Well, I don't know whether I will achieve it or not. That doesn't matter. But this is the goal. I am trying to reach over there. Maybe in this life, maybe in next life. And how I can reach there? Then it says, you can by hearing, then pondering over that, meditating over that, and transforming yourself into that. Nididhyasana. Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, and Dhyana realization. So it says in the Drishi Sarupam Gaganopamam Param Sakrid Vibhatam Ajam Ekam Aksharam Alepakam Sarvagatam Yad Advayam Tadevacha Aham Satatam Vimukta Om. It's a Drishi Sarupam. I am the embodiment of knowledge. Drishi means knowledge. Drishi Swarupa. I am the embodiment of knowledge. Who is this I? Brahman. Why we are using the I? Otherwise we won't be able to speak. So I am speaking means I, this Brahman, like the sky, Gaganopamam. It is all vast everywhere. Param, it is supreme. Sakrit Vibhatam, clearly manifest. What? Ajam, it is unborn. Ekam, it is one. And Aksharam, it is imperishable. Alepakam, unattached. And Sarvagatam, all pervading. So these are the qualities of my goal. If there is no quality, I won't be able to realize that. So only with this thing I can go to my goal. So what are the qualities? It's very difficult even to understand that quality. Sarvagatam, it is everywhere. How you will know it? The Hindus, they always go for this particular goal. And you know that our Jagannatha is the structure, the image of Brahman, Parama Brahma. Jagannatha is not having the hands. We go with emotion. This happened, that happened. Don't go with that. That is a story nice. But if you really analyze, he is already there, Sarvagatam. He doesn't need the legs to go there. We need. But the Jagannath is already present. But you will never hear it at the time of the Ratha Jatra. There will be some scholars, they will come and with great confidence they will tell the stories only. But the stories are stories only to attract the mind of the people. What is the truth behind it? The philosophy behind it? They don't discuss. What happened? We go only thinking this is Jagannath. Now if anybody laughs at seeing the image of God, oh, your God is not having the legs, I will cut his head. No, you can tell, idiot, you are not understanding this. This is the subtle and the vast. What is the subtleness? It's very difficult to imagine something which is all pervading. So that is the subtleness. And vast Vyapakata, because he is already present, so he is not having the legs. He does things just by wishes. It's not like us. We need both the hands to do it, just by wishes. So Jagannath Mahaprabhu, the name is Jagat Natha. Natha means the master, and Jagat means the universe. He is the master of the universe. Now you go, Pandits are sitting over there, and if you have noticed in the Pandits, they have a small iron chain, then the bigger, then the bigger, then the bigger. That means they shows, like the army commanders, they will put how many years they have served and how many achievements they will be putting over there. These are their marks. This many years I am here. So many the golden chains. But if you ask him, he doesn't know anything. The poor man sitting at the feet of the Jagannatha, do not know what is Jagannath. So that is the, and then we go through him in the wrong. You have to go with holding the hands of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who never entered the temple, but he saw that God, all-pervasive God. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is sannyasin. He never touched the women. But one day, there was a great crowd. All came to see the arati. Then a lady of low born, she came rushing and very late. And she was naturally not very long height, so she was jumping and saying. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was on the outer door. Those who have gone to the temple, you know, outer door, then the inner door. The outer door, then the long hall, then the inner door, then the shrine. Outer door he was standing. Every day he used to come, keeping his hand in the. Then this lady, thinking that it is a pillar, he was standing so erect. Then lady thought it is the pillar, climbed on his shoulder. Standing on his shoulder, he enjoyed. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never said anything. He never touched the ladies, never looked at the ladies, and that Chaitanya is standing without any movement so that the devotee can enjoy the gods. So that is called realization, Vyapakatta. It never doesn't mean that some of the Swamis are there. If the ladies are there, we won't travel by the aircraft. So they whole aircraft they hire because a lot of money is there. That is good, the business will, but it is of no use. Then you should not move. Why are you unnecessarily creating this problem? So Vyapakatya, we have to understand. God is there present in every human soul. One of our Swami, he mentioned to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, I hate ladies. You know, with the brahmachari. Sri Ramakrishna scolded him and he said, you have your mother, your auntie, your sisters. Are they not ladies? They are also ladies. Will you hate them? It is not the hatred. The moment you are hating, that means you are attached. If you are angry with some people, that means you are attached. You cannot forget them. The going on thinking about them. It is the Ravana who meditated on Rama more than Sita. The Ravana was going on thinking on Rama only. So that way, you have to understand that when you are hating, you are actually concentrating on that. It is not hatred. Mother is present in every woman. The same divine mother manifesting in different forms. All these things will go away. So that said, Drishi Sarupam, I am the embodiment of knowledge. And Gaganupamam, I am like the sky. Paramam Sakrit Vibhatam, I clearly manifest. Why don't you understand this? What? This Ajam. I am unborn. Unborn means the moment something is born, the before that, it was not there. The moment it is born, it is a combination of 5 things. Shiti of Tej Marud Bom. And then combination means it will also part, one day I will die. So God is not that. It is one only, Ekam. It is not two. The Muslims, they are constantly going on telling Allahu Akbar and that, what is called, that Allah is only one and not two. In their Urdu they say. So that is one. But our one means it is completely different. And there is an argument. What does it mean? That means there is suppose there is a tamarind tree is there in a mango grove. One tamarind tree. The tamarind tree is one and all those are mango trees. So it is one only. Oh, no, it is not like that. I say, okay. And suppose like this, then he asks, suppose I am one. Oh, no, it is not. Because you have hands, you have legs. So that is also not there. No distinction, subtleness. Very difficult even to mentally understand that. So that is called Ekam, Aksharam, imperishable. Same thing is there. So by that way it goes on. So we will again continue afterwards. The chapter 11, the first sloka, is ascertained that all beings by nature pure consciousness. When Swami Vivekananda came over here, and that time Christians prevalent, that religion was there, they used to, in everything they will say, you are a sinner, you are a sinner. Because someone someday, our first human, he committed some mistake. So that original sin you are carrying, so you are a sinner. Swamiji said it is a sin to call a man so. Why? Because of this. It says, ishititvam satasiddham. Ishitta means the purity or the divinity. Satasiddham. It has been proved. And each and every being, jantunancha tato anyata. Jantuna means the being are all the same. Agyanadi ittata anyatvam sat asi iti nivartate. When you see this, everything is nothing but the same God, pure consciousness. It is due to ignorance that they appear to be different from it. By contemplating on thou art existence, I am that purity, by contemplating on that, you can overcome this. So today we will conclude over here. Is there any question? Oh.
Vidyut is asking, is there any difference, identity of witness and pure consciousness?
Witness and pure consciousness. Pure consciousness is not the witness. Witness is a little lower type because it is also action is there. Param Brahma and then Brahma. Param Shiva, then Sadashiva. This is again a very subtle and vast concept. There is a Parama. Parama means supreme, ultimate. It cannot act, it cannot do anything. That's called Param Brahma. In the Kali Ma also, if you notice, there will be a Shiva who is lying down, completely dead, pale. That's called Parama Shiva. No action at all. Sattva, Raja, Tama, three gunas are just equal there. Then on that is lying, on that another Shiva is a white color and with the eyes open. The Hindus, so the way they explain, that eyes are open of that Shiva. When the eyes are open means some wishes are there. From there it starts. The Sadashiva is active, but not the Paramashiva. Similarly, the pure Chaitanya, consciousness, is not active, but the one who is observing, he is active, but that's a lower Brahman, but Brahman. Okay. So let us say Shanti 3 times and we conclude. Okay. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om. Tat Sat. That is truth. Tat Sat.